Hello, welcome to Wellness by Degrees. Today's class is going to be yoga for a winter morning. So we'll move through some warming exercises and just get you comfortable to start the day. Let's get started. So for this class, you're going to need 2 chairs spread about 2 feet apart, or as far as you need so that you're able to stand between them for part of the exercises. So you can start out on whichever chair you prefer. We'll be moving back and forth between the 2 throughout this class. So from your starting position, move about halfway forward on the chair. Really press your feet into the ground evenly. You might move the toes a little bit to warm them up. You might lift the ankles, really alternating between lifting ankles and lifting the ball of the foot to warm up the ankles just a little bit. You might sway the knees from side to side. We're just starting to bring some movement into our body to warm up. Considering this is the first thing you've done today, or maybe you've been moving throughout the day or sitting, we're just trying to get the joints moving just a little bit. From here, you can roll the shoulders back, sit up nice and tall, and have a slight tuck in the chin. We're going to do a couple cat-cows to begin today. So we'll start by arching the spine, the gaze will lift slightly, and then pressing into the hands and rounding through the spine. Inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Let's go through just a couple more of these. Being aware of your body. Doing what you need today. You might stop in a spot that feels good. Maybe take a couple breaths there before moving on. And once you've gone evenly through both the cat and the cow exercise, come back to a seated pose, nice and tall. And let's drop the hands down by either side. Inhale, let's lift the palms, flip them up, and then to the extent that you're able, raise the arms above the head. And exhale, let's fold forward. So we're hinging at the hips. Hands either come to the knees or will come down to the ground. Wherever you are, raise up halfway, so either to the knees or straightening the elbows. And exhale, let's press down again. Inhale, come all the way up. Let's bring the feet out in front of us, toes pointing up, heels pressing into the ground. And bring the hands up in front of us. We're going to bring the hands into the chest and then extend them back out and bring them down, walk the feet back in. Great. From here, do 1 cat and cow, arching up and rounding, and then come back to center. Let's do that again. We're going to switch chairs, so there will be a lot of moving back and forth through this. So let's stand up, whichever chair you're in. We'll move over to the other chair and take a seat. Let's do that again. So drop the hands down by the sides. Inhale, come up, flip the palms, and let the arms rise to wherever they go. Gaze might rise slightly. Exhale, let's fold forward, either placing the hands on the knees or by the feet. Inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, let's come back down. Inhale, let's roll all the way up. Let's stick the feet out in front of us. Bring the hands up. We'll pull them into the chest. That's almost as if we're doing a push-up. Let the hands come back out. Let them come down. Walk the feet in. Arch the spine on the inhale and round the spine on the exhale. Great job. Let's stand up. Let's walk over. You can either side shuffle or you can just turn around and walk over to the other chair, sit down. So we're gonna do 2 more of these. Drop the hands by the side on the exhale. Inhale, arms come up. Flip the palms and rise as far as your arms allow or your shoulders allow. Exhale, let's fold forward, placing hands on the knees or on the ground. Inhale, look forward, coming halfway up. And exhale, let's fold back down to wherever we were before. Inhale, rolling all the way up. Let's stick the feet out, toes come up towards the ceiling, heels press down, palms come up away from the body, and let's bend the elbows, pulling the hands in towards the chest. Inhale, let's press it back out. And exhale, bring the arms down, walk the feet in, and let's do a cat-cow. So arch on the inhale and round on the exhale. Great job. Okay, last walk of of this part. So walking back over, either shuffling or walking, sitting down, planting the feet, and dropping the arms. Inhale, flip. Welcome to stay here if the shoulders don't have a lot of more mobility, or come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, fold back down. Inhale, let's roll up. Stepping the feet out, bringing the hands up, facing away from us. Exhale. Pull the hands to the chest. Inhale, back out. And exhale, bring the feet in, bring the hands down. Great job. From here, let's move into the warrior poses. So we'll walk over to the right side. It doesn't matter which chair you're on right now. Hang on to the back of your chair and start to drop that left hip off the chair just a little for mobility. We're gonna really plant the right foot in, making sure we're stable here. We have a good seated position. Warrior one, so level one, you just bring the foot slightly back. Level two, knee comes to the ground, heel comes towards the ceiling. And level three, we're gonna pull the leg all the way out so it straightens up. Arms, level one, you might be down. Level two, forward. Or level three, come all the way up if the shoulder allows. You can be in between these arms as well. From here, make sure that you're breathing. If you feel super comfortable and balanced, you might also start to bring the opposite arm into the pose. Allow yourself to breathe here. Taking 2 or 3 deep breaths. And then let the arms come down and walk that leg all the way back. Moving into a couple different warrior poses. So we're going to step the foot slightly out, going into warrior two. Level one. Level two, we open the leg just a little wider. Or level three, again, we're sliding that leg all the way back. This time the foot is planted of that left leg. Okay, from here, arms for warrior two. If you feel steady, you can use both arms or one. We'll just start to extend this arm back. It might stay down, it might come out to the side, or it might reach back. The front arm will either stay down on your leg, come forward with the arm bent, or you might extend it forward. Gaze generally looks over to the right arm, but you can also gaze forward if your neck just isn't feeling comfortable gazing towards that right arm. So taking a moment to breathe here, being aware of the body, seeing if there's anything you need to adjust. This is an open pose, so you're really opening the hips towards the front of the room, you're opening the shoulders towards the front of the room, and that will help you get the arms open. From here, we're going to lean forward wherever we are and set our elbow of the right hand onto the right knee. From here, you can keep the left hand on the waist, or if you want to try something fun and challenging, you might bring the arm up above you. If it's in your practice, you can turn the palm in towards the body so that the thumb faces up. This is the most challenging version, and bring it over that ear. So whichever option works for you, take a couple deep breaths here. And you're welcome to look down if that's comfortable on your neck, or just look forward. Wherever you are, inhale, let's come back up, let the arms fall down, and let's walk that leg all the way back over. Great. From here, let's slide onto the chair. We're gonna stand up, and we're going to make our way over to the middle of the two chairs. So make sure that you have a good amount of space between the chairs. We're gonna do this exercise, then move over to warrior on the other side. We wanna open the legs nice and wide so that they're slightly wider than the hips. And then we're gonna walk the feet over to the right side. So both feet should be pointing towards your right. From here, we're going to start to hinge at the hips and place our right hand down on the chair. So if you don't feel really strong with your arm, you don't have to put too much pressure on it. Make sure you're holding your upper body with your ab muscles. Make sure you're pressing in with your fingers so that your wrist is protected. But you don't have to put a lot of pressure on this hand. We're just using it to stabilize ourselves. So this is triangle pose, and you can stay here with the hand on the waist, or if you want, you can challenge yourself by pointing the thumb towards the ceiling, pointing the palm forward, and then lifting the hand up towards the sky. So just an option. We're opening the chest towards the front of the room. If you really want to challenge yourself, if it's comfortable for you, you're welcome to look up towards that hand as well. Take a couple breaths here. If you're finding you can't breathe or you have pain anywhere in the body, you can back out a little bit. It's okay if your hand doesn't come all the way down. You can be somewhere in between if that works better for your body. Inhale, let's come up, arms to a T, and exhale, let's let those arms relax for a minute. Okay, we're gonna walk the feet over in the other direction. So hips are facing this way now, feet are facing this way. We're gonna turn the hips open just a little bit towards the front, and then we're gonna start to hinge over that left side. So placing that left hand down, pressing in through the fingers to protect the wrists, lifting that shoulder of the right arm up so that the chest is nice and open. You're welcome to stay here. For a little bit more of a challenge, face the palm towards the front of the room so the thumb faces up, and then lift that right hand up. For even more of a challenge, if it's comfortable for you, if you feel confident, you might lift the gaze just a little towards that hand. Taking a couple of breaths here, and if your hand's really struggling up here, you're always welcome to come back. Your arm doesn't have to stay anywhere that you don't want it to stay. Inhale. Let's come all the way back up. Bring the arms to a T and face the feet forward. And exhale, let those arms drop down. Step the feet back together and maybe pedal through the knees. Awesome. Let's move over to our other chair. Whichever chair you're on, let's go to the opposite. Take a seat, relax the shoulders for a minute. We put them through a lot. Maybe roll through the shoulders a couple times. Just let them take a short break. Okay, let's start to walk over towards the left side of our chair. So starting out with our warrior one, let's grab the back of our chair, scoot that right hip off the chair, and then level one, you just bring the leg down slightly. Level 2, knee faces the ground and heel faces up. Level 3, you straighten that leg all the way out. Arms, level 1, you might be pointing down. Level 2, you might be pointing forward. And level 3, you're pointing all the way up. Wherever you are, let's hold for a moment, making sure that we're breathing, making sure that we aren't feeling pain or tweaking anything. If you want to challenge the balance and feel really solid here, you're welcome to bring the second arm into the pose. Let's take one more deep breath. And exhale, let's bring the arms down first, and then let's bring that leg all the way back. Great job. So from here, we're moving into a warrior two. So for this, we just open the knees, pressing the feet evenly down, level one. Level two might be a little bit wider. Level three, we slide the leg back and plant that foot so the whole foot is flat on the ground. Arms for this, you might have the left hand down on the leg, right hand down. You might bring them both up with bent arms, bent elbows, or you might try to straighten them out. Remember, hips are opening out to the side here, shoulders are opening out to the side. That helps our arms open up. Breathing here, couple deep breaths. You're also welcome to have the hands on the waist in any one of these warrior poses. That's a great place to be as well. And exhale wherever you are. Let's keep the legs for a minute. We're going to bring that left hand down, elbow coming just above the knee. Our right hand can stay on our waist. If you want a challenge, let's turn the thumb up and then start to come up. Or if you want to go even further, we'll start to turn the palm in so that the thumb still stays on top and we can stretch that over our ear. This is going to be a really challenging pose, the deepest pose, but if that's in your level of flexibility, you're welcome to take it as well. And you can look forward, you can look down. I wouldn't recommend looking up for most people, but if your neck is comfortable doing that, you're welcome to try it as well. Just allowing your body to breathe, maybe backing out. Like if it's hard to bring the elbow to the knee, you can always just rest your hand on the knee and be up a little bit higher. And exhale, let's drop that arm down, sit up nice and tall and walk the legs back. Great, let's bring the legs to center. And let's shake out those shoulders. Maybe roll them out, maybe drop the hands. Just let those shoulders take a break. Awesome. From here, let's walk again. So let's stand up, switch it up a little bit, getting a little bit more movement in this time. Sit down on this other chair. We're gonna do some balancing poses. So we're moving into a tree pose. So level one, we'll just bring the right foot into the edge of the left foot, sole of the foot touching the side of the left foot. Level two, we cross that leg over. And level three, we're lifting it all the way up, making sure to keep the foot flexed so we protect the knee joint. And we're setting it above the knee. Whichever level you're at, let's bring hands to heart center. You're welcome to stay sitting nice and tall. Welcome to close the eyes if you want and breathe here. Or if you want a little bit more of a challenge and a stretch, you can start to lean forward just slightly. Just make sure that as you lean forward, you're not rounding, making sure that we still keep the chest up as we move forward. Let's take a couple deep breaths here, just enjoying the spot that we're at. Inhale, let's come up. And let's start to grow the arms up past the head. We can keep them here or we can open them up. Flip the palms down and bring them all the way down. Great job. Let's let that leg come down. Okay, moving to our other chair for the other side. Let's take a seat, find our mountain pose. Left foot will either come so that the sole touches the side of the right foot. We'll cross over, that's level two. And level three, flexing the foot, bringing that ankle right above the knee. From here, bringing the hands to heart center. You're welcome to stay here and breathe wherever you're at, or you're welcome to hinge slightly forward, keeping the chest and shoulders back, And allow yourself to breathe with a little bit of a stretch and a little bit more challenge in that hold. Eyes can stay open here if that's more comfortable, or you're welcome to close them for a little bit more focus on the breath and meditation. On the next inhale, coming up, you're welcome to keep the hands where they are or start to grow them up past the head, allowing them to open, and then flipping palms down and bringing them all the way down. From here, let's let the leg come back down. Take an inhale and an exhale. From here, we're going to move into some of our closing poses. So we're going to use both chairs. Let's face this chair in towards the other chair. And let's pull this chair just a little bit closer. We're going to let our legs come up, and that should be pretty comfortable. So we'll pull either leg up first and then let the other leg come up. It's okay if there's a slight bend in the knees. We're still trying to sit nice and tall. The spine might round back a little bit depending on your flexibility through the backs of your legs. But we're just gonna allow the knees to drop out to either side and the feet to come together. If this doesn't work because of your hips or knees, you're welcome to keep the feet straight out in front of you. If the feet are straight out in front of you, just sit up nice and tall. If the feet are opened and the legs are opened, we're just going to lean slightly forward. Wrapping the hands either around the shins or the ankles and rounding slightly through the spine. Taking a couple breaths here, just allowing the body to relax. Doing what is most comfortable for you. So again, if this isn't comfortable, move into straight legs. If this is comfortable, stay here. And inhale, let's come up. If your legs are open, let's straighten them back out. Now this is a great spot to have a pillow maybe. You're welcome to stop and grab one at this time if you want to put behind your back, or you can just start to lean back into the chair behind you. From here, we're going to let the legs drop out to the sides. You can let the shoulders relax. Arms can stay up on your legs. They can fall down to either side, or they can come into your lap with palms facing up. So this is our version of Shavasana. We're just allowing ourselves to relax completely into the chair. Having the legs elevated just helps us to find more relaxation and more of a position where we're laying back. We're not focusing on pressing the feet into the ground. We're just allowing them to relax through all the muscles. They don't have to bear any weight. Their job is done for today. We're allowing all the muscles in the legs, from the tips of the toes, through the heels, through the calves and the thighs, to relax and release into the chair. Allowing the pelvis and the spine to relax and start to melt down into the chair. Allowing the abs, the core and chest, the shoulders to start to relax. If you're holding any tension through the arms, let it go. Letting the neck relax. Maybe letting the chin drop forward just a little. You're welcome to close or open the eyes here. Just giving your body some rest after that great practice. Letting the breath return to normal. So if you found yourself holding the breath throughout the practice, or breathing heavy, or even breathing really shallow, this is the time to let the breathing start to steady, to to have even inhales and exhales without putting too much pressure on breathing a certain way. Just allowing the breath to flow in and out naturally. If possible, allowing it to flow through the nose rather than the mouth. When you're ready, you can start to open the eyes, start to bring some movement back in through the fingers and toes, and we'll start to sit up, bringing the legs down off our chair. You're welcome to stay in the chair you're in. I'm going to move to this chair so that you'll see me better. We'll return to our mountain pose, bringing the hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today for this class. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.